Well, student athletes across the tri-state area have started playing spring sports, and the transition from winter games can leave them vulnerable to injuries.
So how can parents help their children avoid injuries? We're joined by Dr. Christina Johns, Senior Medical Advisor with PM Pediatrics. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So before we get into your tips, what are some of the most common injuries that you see this time of year?
Gosh, you know, everybody's getting back into a lot of activity outside, slips and falls with wet grass and from the spring rain. So we occasionally see broken bones, but all kinds of cuts and scrapes and muscle strains and even overuse injuries just because kids haven't been working out all winter long.
They're so excited to get out. We're going to have 80-degree temperatures, so they're ready to go.
That's right. That's right.
Now, Dr. Johns, you said it's important to pack your bag.
That's right. You know, a little bit of preparation when you go on these long sports days. I know my children are in travel sports. The tournaments can last a whole day. So what do you do? What do you want to do to try to prevent the untoward? So I like to have a little to-go kit that is my first aid. Notice it's not a bag. It's a little bucket in case somebody gets sick. You have an immediate, you know, right.
Dual purpose.
That's right. So I like to bring a clean towel so that if somebody sustains a cut, you're not patching it up with a ketchup-stained napkin.
Right.
So I can go through a couple of things in my bag. So I like a little bit of clean water or some saline in case you need to irrigate a cut and wash it out. I've got things like Ace Wrap if somebody sprains an ankle, pain reducers and fever reducers if someone's sick, bug spray, and sunblock. That's important to put on if you're traveling. Many athletes are traveling hours away for a game. Apply that in the car when you're an hour, 30 minutes away, so you're prepared, so you're ready. And other things, Band-Aids and gauze and tape, so that if something happens and you're out on the field in the middle of nowhere, you are ready to handle what comes your way.
Remember your medication.
Absolutely. That's especially important for children with allergies who need to bring their epinephrine auto-injector, some Benadryl, that kind of thing. Very, very important. Prescription medicines that are taken on a daily basis. That's got to go with you.
And so, bring your documents. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Absolutely. So many people leave their health insurance card at home. I suggest taking a picture of the front and the back with your mobile phone. That's something that will always be with you. So make sure that you have that.
Arrive early for the game, not rushing at the last minute.
Absolutely. I've seen so many children who are running to try to make the game time. They fall and they're already out before the game even starts. Plus, that way, having a moment for your child to collect their thoughts, be ready for the game day, you can give them the pep talk so they'll feel good, health and wellness.
And also, as you were saying earlier, planning ahead and not getting there right when the game begins.
So big. That's absolutely correct. So that you have a chance to stretch. The child is ready to be able to participate in a way that's going to be the least likely chance for injury.
A healthy breakfast, part of that as well.
As well, that's right. And not 30 seconds before you're running out onto the field.
Let me ask you, because there's so many kids, especially in our area, they're in soccer, they're in baseball, they're in so many activities. What is your tip for parents who are like, when is too much too much? When am I pushing them physically too much?
You know, it's a really great question, and I think that the answer is very multi-layered. I think that by and large, what do we want kids to be doing? We want physical activity, and we want it to be fun. So when it gets to the point where it's no longer fun for the child, when we're starting to see repeated injuries and overuse injuries, that really should set off a trigger, a radar in our head that, gosh, are we really in this too deep, and do we need to scale back?
That's great advice, because so many kids are overscheduled.
I'll say.
And if we're all thinking of our own kids. Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. And for more information on these tips, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.
We'll be right back.